Dowd Days and Getaways. This is a channel that I started for myself and my family, and I am so grateful that you've taken the opportunity to come and hang out with me for a little bit today to learn a little bit more about myself and my channel. So my name is Lisa, and I am 38 years old. I currently live in Central Illinois. I live here with my husband of almost 20 years and our son who is 7 years old. So we actually moved to Central Illinois probably about 13 years ago. I was actually born and raised in Florida. And I know, the big question, we get asked this almost every time we mention that we're from Florida. Why did you move to Central Illinois of all places? Well, for us, we have family here, so it just seemed like the right move for us at the time. So that is why we moved into this area. And I also work full-time, so 40 hours a week outside of the home at the store support center for a farm and home store. So that's a little bit about me. And now I'd like to kind of, why am I starting a YouTube channel? So probably for about the last year, it's been on my mind and in my heart to start this community for working families. So not only do I work full-time outside the home, my husband Mike does as well. And he actually works more around 45 to 50 hours a week outside of the home. So it can certainly make it a little more difficult and complicated when you're trying to balance family and life and ensure that we're still spending as much time as possible with our son. So I've been watching a lot of YouTubers and, the YouTube families out there, and that is one area where a lot of them, at least one of the, partners lives and works at home, and that's usually where they're at. So they're staying home, they're able to do all the homemaking, all of that stuff right there. And trust me, I understand 100% that that is a full-time job, but you're still at home. So for the families that have the parents that work outside of the home, it looks a little bit different. And that was one of the things I noticed on a lot of the channels that I was watching. While I love them, some of it wasn't as relatable just because I didn't have that. So I really wanted to start this community of people to show that real life happens and it's not always perfect. And this is certainly not the channel if that's what you're looking for. I am not perfect. My husband is not perfect. We just do our best every day that we can. And I really wanted a community of people that can be uplifting and I can learn from them. And maybe even you guys can learn something from me, which would be great. That's kind of why I'm doing this. And just to shed some light on the fact that, normal families also have, the parents that work outside the home. It's not always that there's going to be someone at home, whether it be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad nowadays. We don't have that. So I'm just trying to branch out and start a channel where everyone can come and see that you can do it. It may be hard sometimes, but you can still do it and be successful in it. So some of the things you might see on my channel, this is what I'm really excited about. So I do a lot of meal prepping. I do a lot of home cooking as much as possible, which are going to include very simple recipes that are still healthy and kid friendly. My son eats them. I eat them. My husband enjoys them as well. And for some of the guys out there, my husband does love to do some barbecue. So we've got a nice smoker, we've got a grill, we do that kind of cooking as well. You're gonna see just your overall homemaking. So not only the cooking and meal prepping, but you're going to also see some cleaning. You're gonna see some gardening. We do have a garden out back, which I'll use garden as a very light term because it's our first one. We are certainly not pros, but we do have some stuff out there and it is starting to be a little bit fruitful. So you'll see that on some upcoming videos as well. And also, this is a newer home to us. We've lived here about 3 months or so, and it's a beautiful home, but there are still some things that we are in the progress of doing to make it our own and make it a good long-term fit for our family. So you are going to see some DIY stuff. You will also see some home improvement stuff. So nothing crazy, but some little things here and there that we are in the process of doing and we also have lined up to do soon. So you'll see some of that. And you will also see, and this is the really fun part, you will also see a lot of getaways. So whether they're local, just the other day we went to the apple orchard here in town, or close to us. It's not really in our town, but it's close to us. That we went to, they did their strawberry days, and we got to have fun there and have some delicious strawberry donuts. And we don't live too far from like St. Louis, so you'd probably see some of that in our content. Indianapolis we go to every once in a while, and some of just the bigger cities around us. We are central Illinois, so while where we live, it is very small rural farm town. We are closer to some of the bigger cities around us, and we do go to those quite frequently just to get away and have some fun. And the big one, I know there's a lot of Disney content creators out there, and by no means am I a Disney content creator. However, Disney is one of our favorite places to go. We typically go to Disney at least once a year. We do still have some family in Florida as well, so we do always go down to Florida at least once a year. We've gone to Disney the past 3 years, but we also visit with family while we're down there, so we kind of split that. So that is definitely something at least once a year we do, and you would be able to see within our content. So I also do love the packing and the prepping. And that's another area I saw that was a little bit lacking, is the boys. So we take our son, obviously, he's 7 years old again, and I don't find a lot of content out there about going to Disney with boys. So I think that would be really exciting for you guys to see as well. So really, I mean, you'll see some other stuff as well. I'm not listing everything, but I do feel like, I'm hopeful anyway, that this is going to be a channel that you can relate to and come to, you know, in those days where you're just like, oh my goodness, you know, come and see that it's normal. It's normal to have those days. I'm not perfect. So it's really exciting to start this, and I really hope that you will like and subscribe. That would be really exciting for us. But again, that's it for this video, and I do appreciate you taking the time again. So welcome again to Dowd Days to Getaways. So thank you so much, and I hope you have an excellent day.